If you're in the market for a new car, you've probably been exposed to a wealth of new high-tech safety features that probably aren't on your current car. Virtually every automaker offers at least some of them, and a few even include them as standard equipment. But do you really need them? And what do they actually do? In short, they really can save your bacon, especially for new and older drivers, but it's important to know a few things off the bat. First, not all of these systems are created equal. One company's forward collision warning system, for instance, might perform better than another's. Second, one system may be more advanced than another, say, operating at higher speeds or being able to steer for you. And finally, companies will often refer to the same generic feature with their own marketing-friendly term. Toyota's pre-collision system and Honda's collision mitigation braking system are basically the same feature as GM's more generically named low-speed forward automatic braking. Let's take a look at some of these advanced safety features and driver aids, to see which might be most beneficial. Forward collision warning. This system scans the road ahead for stopped vehicles and alerts the driver using warning lights and noises. More advanced systems can detect pedestrians. This is usually called out by manufacturers, cyclists or animals. It's also common for multiple versions of forward collision warning to be available. Some operate only at low city speeds, some operate at all speeds, and others, with either speed parameter, pair with automatic emergency braking. See below. As forward collision warning almost always utilizes the same radar-like sensor used for adaptive cruise control, the two have traditionally been packaged together, but recently, forward collision warning has been made available by itself. Automatic emergency braking. With this, should the driver not heed the audio and visual forward collision warnings, the car can apply the brakes automatically. Again, the speeds at which the system operates can depend on the car or version opted for, but in any event, they have been proven to prevent or lessen the severity of crashes. Brake assist. This detects when a driver has initiating a panic stop and supplements their efforts by providing full anti-lock brake stopping power. Research has shown that most drivers don't apply as much braking force as is possible in emergency braking situations, leaving something on the table that might prevent or reduce the severity of crash. Brake assist is often standard. Blind spot warning. Monitors your blind spots and alerts you to the presence of other cars, usually through lights in the A-pillars or the side mirrors themselves, photo below. Should you try to make a lane change anyway, those lights will often flash or the car will provide an audible warning. Some systems can also steer you back into your lane as a last resort, though that is often tied to a lane-keeping system, described below. While forward collision warning and automatic braking have increasingly been added to standard features lists, blind spot warning is almost always optional. This is perhaps because, although it's certainly a helpful system, properly set mirrors often render them a bit redundant, as do integrated blind spot mirrors like those offered by Ford. Rear cross traffic alert. Almost always bundled with blind spot warning, this alerts you to cars and other oncoming things or people approaching you from the side and rear. Basically, it lends a hand when you're backing out of a parking spot. Lane departure warning. Senses when you're drifting out of your lane and alerts you in some way, through audible alerts, visual warnings in the gauge cluster or by vibrating the wheel or even your seat. Some systems can also detect when you're about to leave the road entirely, warning you or taking some sort of action, see below. Lane keeping assist.